Okay, I've changed the sound levels, so hopefully this is a bit more acceptable for you. Sorry about that. It doesn't actually sound that loud when I'm recording, so hopefully that's sorted out now. I've been asked to try out a few things to figure out how the fury is gained and how much you get for various things, so we're going to try that out as well while we get on with the next quest here. So we'll do a bit of experimentation.
Be told I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem.
Yeah, you can't see the anvil for some reason. Bit of a bug there.
There. New as the day it was placed upon the Black King's head. I need something more than making spades to occupy my mind. I want my life to mean something.
Then follow me and hone your skills. There is deadly work to be done, and I will need your arms.
Okay, so he is now able to craft things. Okay, now you can level him up, and he follows you from act to act. Everything he makes in terms of recipes will carry on across characters, so you only ever need to find the recipe once. So as you can see, these recipes I've got, he already knows. So all you need to do really is train him up, and that gives him new recipes as he levels up. To level him up you need these tomes of training, which I don't currently have any, so we'll just have to keep an eye out for them. To create anything he needs these common scraps and these subtle essences, exactly like WoW. I did briefly go through this before. I don't believe there's anything he's got other than the hood, which is worth having, so I might have that. What it does, if I just show you this, it has a set of attributes and then gives you some random properties as well. Doesn't mean just +1 of a property, it means, you know, you're getting extra property of 1. So this one, for example, it's giving you +10 vitality. And the other thing to notice is it's only got 11 armor, whereas that says 13. Now, I don't know if that's a bug or you've just got sort of a bit of variation there it's not telling you about. He's got his little hat on now, which is cool. So the gloves are 9 with attack speed, casting speed. Don't know if that means I can't use them. Let's have a look. Yeah, casting speed is not a lot of use to me, I don't think. No, not a problem. Right, let's get rid of some of this stuff. I've got no more left. You can forge armor, weapons, you can repair your items. It's kind of important. So let's just get rid of some of this stuff here. I'm going to break it down here. Okay. Stick some of this stuff in the stash. Don't need these, I can sell these. As I said, they carry on between characters anyway. I've got 2 petrified barks, so every time I've played a character I've got a Griswold's Edge, so I've been disenchanting them all. Alright, well let's get going.
Leoric's crown has been reforged.
At last. With it, you can unlock the sealed door in the room where you rescued me and enter the royal crypts. When you find the Skeleton King, place the crown atop his head and destroy him.
I will crush him and find the fallen star.
Okay, let's go. Let's check this area first. I don't think I went and explored here. I don't think there's anything here really. Now if we go back into the passage. So if there's an urn or something, I can test Fury generation on these. So I get 2 if I do it with a 2-handed weapon. Okay, so let's just try it with just 1 weapon, and this is my Sabre of Winter. 6. Let's try it on something else. Is there any others here? No, okay, we'll have to go into the instance. tells you there how much it's generating anyway. Yeah, so I don't think weapons themselves generate anything. We'll try right click attack. So we know that that just generates 1 per attack. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Right, so that generates 2. Yes, it's generate 2 each time. Doesn't matter if you're equipping 1 weapon or 2. So do it again, just to prove it. Or 4, 6, 8, so on and so forth. Now if I try it right clicking, it seems to still generate fury, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Getting hit. Oh yeah, be careful a bit here. It seems to give you 1 fury for each point of damage you're getting. So I'll let something weak like a skeleton hit me and see how much fury that generates. It's kind of full up at the moment. I need to find a skeleton on his own or something. Let's have a look at that axe I got anyway. It's a bit rubbish. It's a shame, I want a really nice big two-handed axe. This feels more barbarian-y to me. So now I've increased my damage, is that going to affect my fury? Right, so I've got this one skeleton here, when he hits me, he's doing 3 each time. So 54, 58, and he's removing, what? Yeah, so he's giving me 1 fury for each point of damage he's doing to me. Two to 4 damage, yeah. Nice.
When we returned from our horrific defeat in Westmarch, my beloved king lost all pretense of sanity. He seethed with rage, spitting curses upon us as traitors. A great sorrow that ran him through.
So just for the sake of completeness, I'll try it with a two-handed weapon. It's not giving us much. Yeah. That seems quite random. Let's test that out again. Oh, here we are. 90, 92, 94, so it's the same. So who was it who asked that? Water Magician, I hope that kind of answers your questions. It doesn't seem to affect with level up and what kind of weapon you're using. It's purely based on what skill you're using, and it looks like how much damage you're taking. Seems a little jerky. I'll sort that out in a sec. Kill this boss. seems to have sorted itself out now. It does struggle a bit sometimes, because I'm running at 1900 by
I will
1200.
forever live in anguish for my last attempt to honor my king. As we lay him to rest in his burial chamber, he manifested as a hideous skeletal demon. Gorash and my other knights were overcome at once, but I fought on.
Put those on. So yeah, I'm recording at quite a high resolution. And my disk transfer rate doesn't seem to be that high, even though I'm running on SSD. I'm sure there's better programs than Fraps for doing this, to be honest. It does the job. Yeah, your page training. So if you recall, if you get 5 of those, you get a book which you can hand to the blacksmith, and then he'll level up a bit. There was a pair up there. It's a little bit of a bug there on that particular segment of dungeon. That always happens. What kind of companion am I going to get? A snake. This little guy will pick up all the gold for me. This is a bit pointless. There's no one there to kill. It's a bit of a shame. And one thing I've noticed about Diablo 3 compared to number 2 is not nearly as random. Whereas most of the dungeon was random in Diablo 2, this one seems to just take a load of different tiles, as it were, and assemble them in different ways. So you kind of get the same segments of dungeon, but in different order. So it's not almost as nearly as random as Diablo 2 is. Whether you think that's a good or bad thing, I leave to you. Personal choice, I suppose. Anyway, I think I've finished. Oh, I've got a bit up there to do. I shall run over there quickly. Need some exercise anyway. He's getting a bit porky. So if you're interested about Fury disappearing, it does tick away quite quickly when you're not in combat. So one thing I'm wondering is, it seems that everyone can wear everything. There doesn't seem to be any stat limits or anything. So there's nothing stopping a wizard wearing plate armor, except that the stats aren't going to be great for him. That's a pretty cool spell effect. It turns into a little sun and then it explodes. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying, there doesn't seem to be anything stopping that, you know. Whereas before, you would have to stack a load of strength to get a wizard to wear plate armor. In this, I think you just could do it anyway. So it'll be interesting to see at high levels how they're going to handle that. There certainly doesn't seem to be different streams of armor. It just seems to level up the same way for everyone. So it's not cloth armor, leather armor, that kind of thing. It starts off as cloth and then just levels up to better armor as you go along. Only the full live game, I think, will give us the answer to that one. I've got so much rubbish in my inventory, I need to clean it out in a minute. So these Tomb Guardians raise skeletons up, so they're kind of like the Fallen Ones and the other resurrecting creatures in Diablo 2. It's pretty much the only one I've seen other than the walking corpse things at the beginning of the game, which don't seem to turn up elsewhere. But they're not nearly as annoying as Fallen Ones and Shamans. Hey, level 9. What do I get? Please something good. Rend. Excellent. That looks like a Fury Spender. Sure is. Vicious Strike to all enemies within 9 yards. Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have a bit of that. What's the cooldown on it? None. Can I have it on here then?